Hey guys, it's Heather. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be organizing and decluttering my bathroom. I keep all of my makeup, my personal care items, perfumes, all that kind of thing in here, and it's been a few months since I've gone through anything. I did just pick up some new organization items that I'm going to probably be using. I got this one, I got two of these like lipstick lip gloss organizers, and then I got a palette organizer. Okay, so here is the vanity, and these drawers, this cabinet are pretty much all mine. That one's my husband's and it's really organized already, so we're not gonna be touching that at all. And then I just have this little closet. So in the first drawer here, I keep like everything that I use kind of on the daily. So I'm just gonna go through and see what needs to be tossed. This is kind of old and I'm not reaching for it, so I think I'm going to set that aside for now. And I just have like my tweezers, my contacts, little nail clippers in there. And then I do have a few mascaras. This one is just about done. I love this mascara, so I will definitely be repurchasing this. This is one of my absolute favorites from the drugstore. It's like $5 and it's amazing, but there's pretty much like nothing left on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. This Tarte's Lash Paint is actually part of my project pan for the year, and I did get through this, so I'm gonna be decluttering this one. I did just open this one this morning, so this will be staying. I got a new lip liner. This color correcting stick from e.l.f. has nothing left, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. And then, you know, this is an eyebrow plumper, but it is old. I don't reach for it every day, just more like when I have time, I will reach for it, but it is getting super old, so I'm gonna go ahead and just toss it. Okay, so that's good. Everything else in here I'm pretty much using on the daily, so I think that is good for now. So let's move on to the next drawer. Now I think this drawer is pretty organized, but like I said, I just have some stuff that I need to go through and make sure nothing's expired, that kind of thing. I do have a couple extra cosmetic bags and things that I'm not using, so I think that I might give these away as gifts or something, because I just don't need that many. I don't need 3 gold sparkly makeup bags. This I use a lot for traveling. It's really good for storing makeup. It's from Vera Bradley. Then this back here is a jewelry organizer that I haven't been using as much, and I did recently get a new one, so I think I'm gonna pass this one on. So that frees up some area back there. So I'm gonna start in this bag. These healthy elixirs are really good, this foundation. I have 2 of them in 2 shades. It's actually part of my project pan. The only issue I have with it is that once you can't get any more product from the pump, and you can kind of open it and scoop out product, but then to get all the way, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but to get all the way down to the bottom, it's like you have to use a little spatula or a Q-tip to kind of get product out, and it becomes really difficult. But this one is pretty much done, so I'm gonna be removing this from my collection. Target now offers the little Milani Make It Last in the travel size. I was so excited when I saw this, so I just picked this up because this is one of my favorite setting sprays. Definitely not getting rid of that. And then I just have some other like foundations. This is stuff that I do use a lot. So hopefully with my new organizer, I will be able to fit everything in here and things won't be all jumbled. Okay, so I think I'm gonna move on to my primers, like face oils, and my setting sprays. So I do have this one as part of my project pan, and I have been trying to use it. I'm just not a huge fan. I don't find that it really does anything great for my skin, and I just don't see the point in hanging on to it because I have some other primers here that I actually enjoy using. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one. So for setting sprays, the Urban Decay is also a part of my project pan, and this one has just a tiny bit left, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. So then I can now fit my little Milani up here. And I will probably end up replacing the all-nighter because I really do like that setting spray if I'm like going to an event or if I really need my makeup to last all day long, because nothing works as good as that. Everything in this little section, highlighters, bronzers, blushes, setting powders, it's everything that I am using in my rotation. I do have quite a few concealers, so I think that I'm gonna declutter at least one of them. And this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define It's just not my favorite for under my eye. I feel like it does accentuate creases. At first I did really like it, but then the more I've been using it, I've noticed that it accentuates creasing under the eyes for me. So I think I'm just gonna keep this a lighter shade because I do like to use this like over my eyes for a cut crease or a primer. So foundations are all good for right now because I have my winter shades and my summer shades. This is just where I keep my little skincare section. I have my CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion, AM and PM. Really, really love this stuff. Then I just have the Ordinary lactic acid. This is the 5%. I'm almost done with this. I do really, really enjoy this, but I think that I need to get the 10% because this is not strong enough for me. And then for vitamin C serum and other anti-aging, I've been using this little duo from Drunk Elephant. If I mix them together, they're okay. But in all honesty, I'm just not a fan of how sticky this formulation is. I'm not sure if it's just because I got like the little travel size, but I do like my Ole Henriksen a little bit better because of that, and I'm not a huge fan of the smell. But I do have this lip scrub that's also part of my project pan, and there's not much left, and it is getting a little bit old because I've had it for over 6 months. I think that I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this one and then just replace it. And then in here, I just keep my beauty blenders, and then I keep like other miscellaneous things in here like pencil sharpeners, that kind of thing. Okay, so moving on to this last drawer, it is already really organized. The only thing is that I do have my jewelry here, and then these are just Q-tips and my little cotton balls. I use Bath & Body Works candles and I just repurpose the jars. I do keep the majority of my palettes down here. So I wanna kind of keep all of my makeup in one place, and I wanna have better access to reach my jewelry because right now I'm having to kind of pull everything out, and it's a pain, and it doesn't make me wanna even put jewelry on. So I did buy that palette organizer. So hopefully that'll work out really good and I'll be able to organize the palettes better with that. Moving on to my cabinet. I am happy with the way this looks under here, but I do have stuff that I'm not using, that's expired, that just needs to go. So let's quickly go through here and see what we have going on. So I like to store a bunch of my personal care items, and then I have my perfumes on the top section of this little Lazy Susan. It works out really well under here. I like to have a bunch of sunscreens on hand, so I have been alternating the Neutrogena 100 Dry Touch. I really like this because it does not feel sticky or anything, and it does work good under makeup. If I'm going for a more glowy look, I will go with the Paula's Choice. It's really, really good. And then this has been like my favorite for the last couple of years. This is the Botanical Sunscreen from Australian Gold. So I am definitely keeping all of those. Now this Aquaphor, I use every once in a while, but it has expired. So I definitely have a backup of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this, and then I will grab a new one. And then I just have my deodorant and then my bio oil that I use every day on my growing bump. And this, I used this stuff in my last pregnancy. It works really good to help with preventing stretch marks. My contact solution, and then this little travel, my cellar water. There's like nothing in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss, but I'm definitely gonna repurchase because this stuff works really good at removing any stubborn makeup, especially like on your eyes or liquid lips, that kind of thing. It works really, really good. So moving on to the top section, this is where I keep all of my perfumes, body sprays, stuff like that. And I've kind of had an aversion to some of these smells recently because of the pregnancy, but I am slowly starting to wear them a little bit again. But it's hard when you have so many and you're not using them every day. They end up going bad. So I do have a couple, like this little Flower Bomb. It's not my favorite type of an applicator. This top just pops off, just kind of like a little dab on, and I do actually have a backup of this, and I can tell that it's starting to go bad because the color has changed. This Black Opium is a brand new bottle. I really, really like this stuff. So I'm gonna be keeping that. And then Pink Sugar is one of my favorites. It's like almost an everyday go-to. It's like a very like sweet, soft vanilla. It's a really, really nice scent. My Alien is one of my all-time favorites. I always repurchase this and I always have it in my collection. And then the Kiehl's Original Musk is another one that I really, really enjoy. But I've had it for a couple of years and I can tell by the smell that it's starting to turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, so that section is completed. Moving on over here, a bunch of hair ties, and to tell you the truth, I don't ever reach for these colored hair ties and they're getting old, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss them. I don't need them. So everything up there I am using pretty regularly, so that is good. Down here is some more like anti-aging. I use this different. It's a really good option if you can't get retinol, but I haven't been able to use it since I have been pregnant, and I think that it's just about expired. Yeah, so this just expired, so I'm gonna go ahead and just declutter it. And then I have my good retinol that I'll be able to use once I'm no longer pregnant, so I'm definitely going to be hanging on to that one. And then in the back there, I just have nail polish remover. Everything in here is good. It's like all of my lotions, my self-tanning stuff, all of that. I did not too long ago, I went through this, so everything will be staying. Headbands, I'm not, like these I will reach for sometimes, but these types of headbands that are like harder, I just don't reach for them. So I think that I'm gonna see if my daughter wants them, and if not, I'll just go ahead and declutter them because I just don't wanna keep stuff that I'm never reaching for. Okay, so everything is good to go in here. So moving on to this little closet here. I like to keep my jewelry on these little command hooks, which is awesome. I just think that it works really well. So I'm happy with how that is now. Down here at the bottom, I just keep all of my cleaning supplies for the bathroom, washcloths, towels, things like that in this section. And then right now I do have more makeup that I am storing in here, but I wanna maybe get my jewelry in here and switch up the way I'm organizing my makeup so that I have it all in one place. And then up here, I just have some backup beauty products, my nail polish that I'm not gonna go through because I'm just not ready to part with any of these. I do my nails at home, so I do like to use all of them. I did declutter a few. I've just kind of put myself on a no buy for nail polish right now, and I am not gonna be purchasing any more nail polish. So that's the story with that basket. And then over here, I just have some more makeup bags. Up at the top is pretty organized. I have my Dyson hair dryer, and then I have my other hair stuff like my curling iron, my straightener, clips, things like that, just for the hair. Everything up there is gonna be staying. So I'm gonna pull out my makeup brushes because I definitely think there's one or two that need to go. And I do keep the brushes that I use every day right here in my vanity. This Morphe one, what is it? The Morphe M439. I love this brush, but I've been washing it so much. You can see the bristles and stuff on the brush. They're just getting shot. So I think I'm gonna declutter that one. I like to always have two on hand. So I have this other Morphe one, and I'll probably just go out and purchase a new one of these. And everything else in here is good, and I use it like on the daily. So everything's good there. Now when it comes to parting with makeup brushes, for me it is hard because I do use the majority of these, and I do like to have backups on hand. So I just kind of go by when they're getting really old or when it's time to replace. But I do wash my brushes so frequently that I like to have a backup on hand at all times. This one is getting kind of shot and I don't use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. But everything else I really am using. So I'm just gonna leave it be. So I'll just declutter those two, everything else is good. Okay, now let's quickly go through my lip products. I like to group them by colors. It just makes it a lot easier for me, like as best as I can. So then I can just see what I have and it's really easy. Now I'm most likely gonna have to fast forward through this part because I'm gonna probably be doing like some swatch comparisons, that kind of thing. But a few of these definitely should go because I'm either not reaching for them or I have other shades that are pretty much exactly the same. So these two are very similar. This one is the ColourPop Button and it is in a satin formula. It's this shade right here. It's very similar to this soft matte, and honestly, I'm not liking this color that much on me, and they're very similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one and hold on to this one. Metallics just don't look good on my lips. I don't know what it is, but when I put it on, it just makes my lips look like a shriveled up raisin, and I just never wear it. This is the Jouer Rose Gold Lip Cream, and it is such a pretty color, but it just does not look good on my lips. It just really makes them look super wrinkly. It's just not a good look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one aside too. And I think it's pretty easy to tell, but I definitely like a certain type of a shade range. But hey, that's okay. I do have a little bit of a lip obsession. Let me just go through a couple of these. This is another one, really like this, but it's getting kind of old, and it's another type of a metallic-y, and I'm just not reaching for it as much. It is getting a little bit older, and I have newer ones that I've recently added to my collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one aside as well. I'm gonna compare a couple of these more bright colors, because I don't wear them too often. This is the soft spot. This is that ultra blotted lip. Really pretty from ColourPop. Just wanna see if I have any other reds and pinks, because I don't wear them a ton. This one's really pretty. This is a London Fog Ultra Satin Lip from ColourPop. I wanna see this. I have this Smashbox red. It is, what color is it? I can't see the shade, but I wanna see if it's kind of similar. That's weird. It looks like it would be a bright red, but it's like it's almost very similar to this one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this Smashbox because these two are very similar, and I do reach for the ColourPop one a lot. Okay, so everything else in here is pretty good. I went through it not too long ago. I just have my backup blushes and bronzers. And then these are the palettes that I want to kind of all keep together with my other ones. So I'm gonna take these ones out, and then when we start reorganizing, I will hopefully be able to get all the palettes in one place. A couple more in here. This palette, I love. It is so pretty. It is the new ColourPop one. It's a Sweet Talk palette. Oh my God, I have to open it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to use it, especially that shade all the way to the left there. Okay, let me just pull this section out. This is where I keep like my backup eyeliners, mascaras, that sort of thing. So I do have a couple of liquid liners. This one is brand new by Stila. And you know what? This Maybelline Stiletto is getting a little bit old. And I just find that it feathers a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one and just hang on to this one Stila one. I only need one. I don't use them every day, so that's fine. And then I just realized I do have I did buy a backup of this Lash Paradise primer, which is really good. And then I have my Voluminous primer. This one's getting old, is part of my project pan. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this, and then I'll just start using the new one that I picked up. All right, so here's everything that I'm gonna be decluttering or passing on today. It's not a bunch, but it's a good amount. And you know, this is how I keep my collection looking organized and small, is because I frequently go through it and I evaluate and I get rid of anything that it's expired or that I'm not using. So I like doing these frequent kind of mini declutters. So now I'm gonna move on to the fun part, reorganizing everything. All right, so I'm gonna start by just pulling everything out of the drawers and just wiping everything down. I'm gonna be using my Method Glass and Surface Cleaner and just kind of clean everything up, and then we're gonna reorganize some stuff. Okay, so here's the progress I've made so far. I decided to put all of my palettes down here and my eyeshadow brushes right next to them so that it's super convenient. As of right now, I have my cotton rounds and my Q-tips down here. We'll see if that continues to work. I'm definitely gonna have to fit some more stuff in here. And then I just moved on to this drawer and I ended up switching organizers. So I put all my foundations in this longer one. And then I was able to fit my primers and my setting sprays and any foundation oils in here, so that's perfect. So I decided that I'm gonna do like everything for the face in here. So I have all my foundations. These are like face palettes, highlighters, powders. These are the ones that I'm reaching for all the time. blushes, bronzers, highlights, setting sprays, primers, and then concealers. And then I just have some extra bronzers and blushes that I'm gonna store back here. And I'm gonna put my beauty blenders right here so that I can grab them quickly. And then for all of my lipsticks, some of these containers are kind of cracked. I got 2 of these, so I should be able to house all of my lip stuff in these. And I'm gonna be keeping my whole lip collection in the closet here because I can't fit everything in just these 2 drawers. So that's fine. And then I just will keep in this drawer like stuff that I'm grabbing for like on a weekly basis or every day, and then I can just kind of switch them out. So I'm gonna shoot to organize these by color group the best that I can. So I have a few lip liners that I need to put in, and a lot of these have matching lipsticks or lip glosses. So what I'm gonna do is just match them up. So that's exciting. I was able to fit all of my lip products in these 2 bins. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them back into this closet. I do have this, and I'm not sure yet. I think I might have it house my jewelry. So this is most of my jewelry that I have that I keep in here. So I might go through this and move some things in there so then I can easily find them. But I'm not sure yet. I might save that for another video. So here's how everything turned out. I have my skincare and kind of like my everyday quick makeup that I'm using and that I want to use up. Have a little bit of my hair stuff and my makeup removing wipes. Then I have my face draw, powders, foundations, all of that. The bottom drawer is all of my eye products. So my eye brushes, my palettes, and I think this is gonna work really nice because I don't use a lot of my palettes a lot. So now I can quickly kind of go in, grab what I'm looking for, and I can switch them up, and it's just much easier to access. So I'm super happy with that. Over under here, so then I have all of like my skincare at the bottom, perfumes, hair stuff, and then that's all like lotions and tanning products. And then over here I will have my lip products, and this will be for like overflow makeup or maybe jewelry, I'm not sure yet. And then I just have some more makeup products, nail polish, and then I just put all of my makeup bags and then my hair products up there. So that's gonna be it for today. I will definitely probably declutter and organize this. Again, I'm constantly going through my things and organizing them, and if you like these types of videos, definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make all types of videos with cleaning, organizing, beauty, lifestyle, anything like that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.